Tony, you have a lot of casual fans that probably don't know who the hell these people are, which would be like when Tanahashi appeared, you really didn't get a crazy pop. But if you know Tanahashi, you should know that's a pop.
Hey guys, this is Santi Numerel, and you're listening to Wrestling Behind the Curtain. It's the best place to wrestle, right behind the curtain.
Yeet. You already know what it is. We here, and it's still my era. That don't really sound right. Hold on. I got it. All right. Miami, acknowledge me. How's that? No? Oh, that's right, because Kenzo's here. Y'all the twos, and we the ones.
Okay.
Still a little off. Could it be on the merch? It might be on the merch. That's what it is. Yee. You already know what it is. It's your boy Kenzo, Wrestling Behind the Curtain's very own. We here. Don't mind the cheesiness, but if you know, you know. We did it because obviously what we're about to talk about. You know, Dominion was last night, but before we all do that, Discord, get it, join it, do all that good stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's better than Twitter. Let's be real. At least on our Discord, because we keep the toxicity out. So, you know, you don't really get all that. So, you know, if you want to stay on Twitter and have all that toxic shit and have that negative thing going in your life, then go ahead, by all means. Or if you want to see OnlyFans posted on there, I mean, by all means, I get you. I know. Trust me. If you know, you know. But in our Discord, if you want to talk wrestling, we talk wrestling, and it's fun. Other than that, obviously, me and Kenny got the merch, you know what I'm saying? Support the channel, you know, help us come to a city near you. But with that being all said, make sure you like, share, subscribe, do all the good stuff. Kenzo will have a video coming soon, you know what I'm saying? Put him on the spot, you know what I'm saying? Because y'all miss him, we know. But I'm gonna let Kenzo or Kenny read off some of the results from last night, Dominion, New Jersey, New Japan Pro Wrestling, and then we're gonna get to the topic at hand. Kenny.
All right, it was a lot going on in Dominion. You got six. This is 6 title matches, including and plus the AEW interim world heavyweight. That was also going on at Dominion, you know, because they got that little thing going on. So started off, we had United Empire, who, you know, just invaded AEW. So they just defeated Master Wato, Taguchi, and Tazan. Okay, it was a nice match. We ain't got to go into the details of that right now. Bullet Club defeated. I can never say this. It is Los. It don't matter. I'm gonna go individually because I ain't finna pronounce that right now. Bushi, Takahashi, and Naito. That's them versus Bullet Club. Bullet Club won that, which is right now. That was El Fantasmo, Ace Austin, and Taiji Ishimori. That's who Bullet Club was represented. And then you had Toriano defeated Doc Gallows. It was not good, but it was there. The Never Open Weight 6-man tag team championship, which was Evil, Sho, and Takahashi, which is the House of Torture versus El Desperado, Kanemaru, and Zack Sabre Jr. Good match. 6-man tag team. It was a championship. Again, you want to check this shit out. Then after that, we had the tag team championship, which is Great O'Con and Jeff Cobb, which is, again, United Empire being represented again. They defeated the Bullet Club to win the tag team belt. So Bullet Club not looking too strong after this last pay-per-view. Then they had a G1 Climax announcement, and then Tanahashi defeated Goto for the interim AEW world title eliminator. So that's who's going to face John Moxley. That's what we know already. Then you had the King of New Japan 10-minute pinfall scramble match, which Taichi got defeated by Tagagi. It was a decent match if you like that kind of thing. It's not necessarily my kind of thing, but again, if you got to check it out to know for yourself. Carl Anderson won the Never Open Weight Championship. He beat Tamatonga, who was the previous champion. It was an okay match. It had its moments. It wasn't the best. Then you had the IWGP United States Heavyweight Championship. Will Ospreay defeated Sonata. Straight action. You got to check it out. Jay White defeated Kazuchika Okada. So he defended his belt. That was the main event. It was bonkers. So
and cut a crazy promo.
Yeah, the promo was fire. Y'all gotta go check out that clip. Jay White. We was already talking about that Forbidden Door. What we need to see. That video coming soon. Best believe. It's basically almost done. So that video coming soon. But Zack Sabre Jr. definitely had me. I was like, oh, wait. Between Zack Sabre Jr. Jay White, I was like, wait, I might have to rethink some of the things in this video because we might have to see some other stuff that we didn't think we needed to see. But it's coming soon. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, if you want to catch the Jay White promo, obviously you can go on the Discord, check it out because it's in the streaming thread, or you can go to the Wrestling Behind the Curtain _ on YouTube, on the TikTok because it's there too. But with that being said, Tony Khan, this might be the second time I'm coming for you. Pause. I don't know what you're doing. Like, okay, so we had Villain on here before, and you know he expressed his concern about the Forbidden Door and the impact at first, saying, "Oh, you know, it's just so Tony can get his rocks off and blah blah blah." I wasn't feeling it because you know, you may say I'm an AEW Mark stand, whatever you want to call it. You know, just don't call me broke. But you know, y'all did. So I wasn't with it because I was like, nah, you know, it's cool booking. Although we didn't agree with some of them, like the Martinez, Deanna, or you know what I'm saying, all that junk. But I wasn't really feeling it. Then the Big Cass, William Morrissey thing happened, and wasn't really feeling it. Now I'm going to say, I don't think Will Ospreay should have lost. I really don't. Kenny can say what he says. We'll get to it.
Oh, you talking about the 3-way match?
Yes. I don't think United Empire, and this is going to be the video. So in case you guys ain't catching it yet, catch up. You know what I'm saying? It's all leading into, it's called Long Story, Long Booking. That's what we're doing. All right. So United Empire shouldn't have lost, in my opinion.
Okay.
That's one. I'm pretty sure there's some other things I can't think of right now because now I'm on the spot. My brain just froze. But there's some other things that shouldn't have happened that happened. The first thing, which is why I decided to make the video, told Kenny, let's get on it. And Kenny was in full agreement. You're not doing very much for the Forbidden Door. Because I'm a wrestling fan, as in Kenny, as you guys that are watching. But I didn't really know Bullet Club at first. And so like maybe mid AJ. So I didn't really catch the Finn Balor, Prince Devitt. I didn't really catch all that at first. I had to go back and check it out. But I didn't catch it when it was going on. I caught it mid AJ because I was fucking with TNA and all that good stuff. So I would say at that time, maybe I was considered casual. Tony, you have a lot of casual fans that probably don't know who the hell these people are, which would be like when Tanahashi appeared, you really didn't get a crazy pop. But if you know Tanahashi, you should know that's a pop. Will Ospreay didn't really get an amazing pop, but it was decent. But it still wasn't what it should have been. Jay White was pretty good, but it still wasn't the pop that you should have got for Switchblade. So with that being said, what we're saying is you're not really introducing these people the way you need to. So whether it's a video package, a little backstage story, a little YouTube episode, something, because the casual fan is not going to know what Forbidden Door is. So when it comes time to Forbidden Door, all you're going to want to see is AEW pretty much, and don't really care for who's there. And then the way you're booking, I'm gonna be honest. If everyone from AEW wins, I don't want to watch it. But go ahead.
That's what my bigger point was. Because we could talk about. I mean, you got to present these guys on your show because how we know they're a big deal. Yeah, you don't have to give them like. That's another thing about AEW. So far, we've only had like Cody and Kenny Omega really have those big interests. Yes, we've had like reactions to like John Moxley and stuff. But as far as like Jericho, he was Le Champion that in the the real pomp when he was the champion, all that. Yeah, we go back to that. But we're talking about like lately, those two like even when we had Hangman, he didn't get like he don't get those fireworks that Cody and Kenny Omega was getting as a sweeper. Like you could see they're a big deal. But the problem is now that we've only done it for basically those two, we can't use that to when you introduce people because that's how else you gonna introduce. You could be like this guy's a big deal, but you don't know who he is. How do wrestling fans supposed to get that information? One of the first ways, your music hit, then fireworks hit when you come out. United Empire and he didn't get that. They didn't get that when they came on. So that's just the presentation before we even get to the match.
Or you could be watching why you should be watching the series with Kenny, and you can find out who they are. But go ahead.
That's the second part of it. I got a problem with Tony not telling everybody, but hey, if you don't know, I come here and I'll let you know. If you don't know whatever you don't know, I can let you know because I'm watching New Japan. I can let you know what's going on. Yeah, I just rattled off that list, but I can give you more detail if we want. It's just this not that video. That's all it is. So again, one of the better ways is that pre-presentation, the fireworks, stuff like that. But again, AEW already set a precedent by not giving other in-house big guys that. So now you can't really give it to the New Japan guys. All right, that's fine. The booking. like you said, how many people have come on now? Like me and you both have been given a lot of leeway. It's new. It's been some time now. We ain't got no more excuses for Tony. Everyone who come on now, again, certain people like Johnny Elite could lose. I still got no problem with that. But if everybody who coming on losing, what we doing here, Tony? What's the story? What's the big deal if these New Japan coming? This is the same problem the Invasion had. Besides the fact that, a lot of the big names wasn't coming in. So far, New Japan's not gonna have that problem. Everyone's the people you want to invade, invading. So that's not. But when the people who were there, your Booker T, for example, lost. Who cares about this invasion if they all weak? We don't watch them. We watch y'all all the time. We know how good you are. Now you showing these guys showing up and they losing. So all that tell us is they weak sauce. So what was he excited for? And then again, it's gonna keep building up, and we're gonna have to deal with these same comments in the Twitter. That's why we off Twitter, jumping in Discord. But even then, we got to deal with it in Discord a little bit because me and you sitting here defending Tony a lot. Tony, we got no more excuses for you, boss. Like
no more.
You got to book this properly. You can't just have you guys winning. And you got to present these guys like you said, people don't know who these guys are. These guys, New Japan, I believe, I don't remember what time it is exactly because I don't watch it live. I watch it like once I wake up type stuff when they come on. But I believe if you watch it live, it's like 2 a.m. here. So these fans, and that's East Coast. If you want to get the West Coast, it's even worse. These people ain't staying up or waking up early to watch New Japan all the time. Certain, the hardcores are. And we can go back to the problem. Is AEW supposed to all of a sudden just be for the hardcores? Because if that's the case, as I would consider myself a hardcore. I'm still insulted by the way the booking is. So is it for the hardcore and I should know what's going on and why they're booking this way? Or is it for the casual and you need to present these guys better? Either way, Tony not doing a good job. Either way you look at it, either hardcore or casual, we got to do a better job booking and presentation. You see looking weak sauce.
You see the face. Like I love AEW. Like, come on. But Tony, I can't do it for you no more. I'm a supporter. I'm not gonna say I'm a fan because I feel like fan is like fanatic, and that's when crazy stalkers and shit happen. So I'm a supporter, but I can't do it for you no more, Tony. I tried on this channel. I caught mad heat for it, but Big Cass should have never lost. Never.
Yeah.
And if he did, not like that. Like he didn't have to go out like that. That's one. I don't know how to say her name, so no disrespect. Deanna, is it Deanna? Deanna. She shouldn't have lost to Martinez.
Oh, yeah.
Shouldn't have happened. Like, no. Will Ospreay? Do you know who he is? Like, do you really know who Will Ospreay is? Do you know the match that this man gives you? Okay, granted. I mean, Trent, no disrespect, Trent, but he could have took the L. He could have took the pin.
I didn't get to that point, but that's my biggest thing. If we was gonna have a man's lose, he losing to the guy from Best Friends. Like again, I've said it on this channel. I don't think I've come out with a video on it. I might do that later. I appreciate a good comedic wrestler. I do. Kenny Omega has comedic matches. He has them all the time. The Best Friends, freshly squeezed. They got comedic matches. That's fine to me. I got no problem with that. Obviously, I don't want it to fill my whole 2 hours or 3 hours if it's raw of TV. But it's got its place in wrestling to me. But that's basically who that guy has been presented. That's what we know him. And now he a badass. Okay. Even if that's believable. Even if we've now made him a badass out of nowhere, which we've done over the past month and a half. We've been trying to give him a little edgier, but he's still supposed to be a babyface. And then man. It's just not, but suspend disbelief only goes so far. Based on the story you've given me, this guy's a great friend. He's backed up all that stuff. We had the Butler story or the other part of Miro, all that stuff going on, injuries throughout the team, all that going on. I'm not saying the guy's a bad wrestler, but where are we going for here? If United Empire already lost, what do they got to prove now? What are we setting for Forbidden Door besides John Moxley?
The thing is that they won last night,
right?
So it shows that they're good. But
now we going into 50-50 booking territory, and you know how I feel about 50-50 booking. Exactly.
And on AEW to the casual, it looks like who are they? They lost. Like, what was the point of them coming? They lost. Like,
and they lost, and then they won on the B show. If we're looking at it like that, lost on Dynamite, won on Rampage. Hey, if we're supposed to be looking into that stuff, there's different belts, different shows for a reason. They mean things. I mean, subliminal messages. We interpret that stuff. Even if I ain't got to tell people that. That's how people say it. Like Rampage is the show. I mean, you can watch. You don't have to watch.
So the rumor is do my
That's
little
okay. Let me see what
fire
it is.
things that y'all see in the Discord. The rumor is John Moxley's not going to beat Tanahashi. I would love to believe this because then it goes into, like I said, Tony's not letting everyone just clean slate, which to me would make sense. I think it sounds good for two reasons. John Moxley is very predictable. And we know I love Mox. But you already know when it said Tanahashi, Mox, what did everyone say? Oh, Moxley winning. So it's one, predictable. Two, supposedly Tony really wanted Tanahashi and Punk. So if that's true,
that's something
I could see Tanahashi winning, carrying it over to Punk, and then it gives some credibility to the Forbidden Door. Like, okay, now you're really using it because now Tanahashi's in New Japan with the AEW belt.
I think, well, now that we know it's Tanahashi, because again, which won't be part of the video. Now that we know it's Tanahashi, I think Tanahashi kind of has to win almost because Mox already had the belt. Has already went for the belt multiple times where he didn't have it. And again, I wouldn't say Mox isn't limited. We know Mox could be the best baby. Oh, some of those promos in the early days give people goosebumps. We know what Mox is about. But if we're talking Forbidden Door, we're talking about going forward, we're talking about all this. Can you imagine Tanahashi, AEW heavyweight champion? That says a lot to me, at least. If we, suspended disbelief, yes, I know wrestling, all of that. We know where we are. They're behind the curtain. We know where we are. So again, that give a lot of credence. And then you can talk to anybody of those guys, because remember, especially with this MJF noise in the background, because you can start talking about booking looking kind of funky. Besides, we can just forget the Forbidden Door. Talk about MJF, the booking looking kind of oof. You give this might swing things the other way. Maybe not a 180, but a 150 or in the right direction, something. So I think he kind of has to win it. As long as it's a good match, I don't think I'd mind if Moxley won it, but I think to be what should happen should be Tanahashi winning. And give again some New Japan guys all around the card some W's. I think we're gonna have some again with the way the Benya went. Bullet Club is looking real interesting with the possibilities. Let's see how we build with that too.
And like I said, White did a crazy promo, like pretty much calling out all of former Bullet Club members.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we're gonna miss some people who still, over there in WWE, but that's okay. If Finn would have got out of there, man.
What's wrong with Finn?
This would have been crazy.
I don't even want to do it back to the Judgment Day show, but check out the video. It's up there. Finn is horrible. No, it's horrible. But we've been told Finn to get out. We've been told him to get out. Look where you could have been. Forbidden Door, Bullet Club, New Japan, AEW. Look where you could have been.
Could have been crazy.
I do have some rumors I want to talk about real quick. So there's a rumor that AEW wants Paige to manage Jamie Hayter.
I don't know. Jamie Hayter's, she look green, but I think she's nice. We know you like Jamie Hayter. I've seen her live a couple times. I think I seen her live both times they came down to Miami, or maybe just one time. I don't remember. But I definitely seen her live at least once. She got the tools, but again, same thing. Again, we keep talking about the women division. We got to book them like we booked the men. Well, when we were now we're booking the men wrong. If we book them how we were booking the men before, and then we could talk. Because I don't mind managers and all that, but I think we established a long time. Paige not getting back in the ring. We want it, but it's just not happening. But again, she got talent on the mic. That'd be okay too. I just don't think what Jamie Hayter is missing is a manager. I don't think it's like, she don't got the mic skills. I think she just need more in-ring time. If that means getting her on Dark and Elevation a little bit more, I think AEW still don't got the formula for Dark and Elevation down pack. They got it as far as like pushing the records. When you look at the records, the wins and losses, everybody, that look nice on the rankings. Yeah, but as far as like getting them the reps, I think they can make them a little longer. If people don't watch, people don't watch. I don't know how much monetary things they depend on YouTube for with those two shows, but I think they might have to put a couple more people in the ring so we can stop talking about the botches. Because when the men watch, we talk about it so much less than when the women watch, just because that's just the reality of life. Because it just feels like the women watch every time. So, but I'd be interested in seeing Paige back on my TV screen. No matter what.
I feel like if Paige comes, she would bring a stable though. It wouldn't just be her. But we could.
She gonna bring Judgment Day?
Oh my God, no.
Oh,
Don't do that to me.
You know your boy Edge wanted her in Judgment Day.
Yo, so there is some upside and some kind of light to the TNT belt
What you mean?
because Wardlow's coming.
Oh yeah,
Wardlow gonna make that belt fire. Like I said this in the Discord, I want him to change the way it looks, but I think it has to have the TNT on there, which I think the TNT is what makes it ugly to me. Like I believe we said before, we do like the whole changing the color shit. Although I think Scorpion Sky, I don't know if he has is he from LA?
yeah.
Because I think that was
because their tag team was something Cali something. So yeah, he's from that.
Yeah. I mean, I think it was a little cheesy, although I'm a Laker fan, obviously. I get what he did, but I think it was a little cheesy. But
we did say that when we talked about it briefly, when we was all, I think it was, I don't remember, whatever. When we talked about it, it was like they gonna run out of colors. They're gonna have to do different things, but they can't just be colors. Like it's not to be like, I don't know. You're gonna run out of color combinations eventually.
Yeah, like John Cena did the spinner, like he changed it.
Yeah.
Like, they gotta change it. Like I don't know if it's in the contract where for TNT it has to say TNT. I mean, you can make it a little smaller, whatever, but I don't know. Something else has to change. But Warlow is gonna make it. It's definitely gonna bring some fucking power to that belt because if you see Warlow with the belt, because it did that with Miro had it. So if you do
hey, we could tell about Vince. We could say what's wrong with AEW. What Vince always said. He when his wrestlers walking through an airport, a person to see him. That's got to be a wrestler because they fucking huge. Miro, like you said, Wardlow, hell yeah. There's Roman Reigns. Those big dudes. They jacked up. And hopefully, when they out in public, especially if they stay in the character, they got that belt with them. You seen these boys put it on, when they on talk shows and all that. You got to do that and bring some eyes to wrestling. I do think that's still important. It don't got to be AEW. I'm not saying they're the only ones to do it. I'm just saying we need more. Wrestling needs to make a run. Everything we redoing everything. How many remakes all thousands of the 80s and 90s shows and movies and got? Wrestling need to have another Renaissance too. And more eyes on it, then these guys gonna be more pressured. Both WWE, AEW, everybody, Impact, New Japan, because they was slacking for a little bit. The Dominion don't. Dominion was good. Had some stinkers on there. I already said that, but Dominion was pretty good. Don't let that fool you. There's been some bad booking over there too. If you're watching, but if you're not, I'm here to tell you again. So if we get more eyes back on wrestling, I think it'll improve even more because that's what happened when AEW joined the fray. NXT was fire at first. Then you had. WWE figured they had to do something. SmackDown was fire. Raw just too long. That's his biggest issue. It can't be fired. You just can't be fired for 3 hours. It never was.
I don't want to talk about it too long, but you think Raw could be better, even if it's 3 hours, or it's just
no. I think there are other problems with WWE because not like SmackDown is golden show, but Raw's biggest problem to me is being 3 hours. You got to sit there for 3 hours, and there's so many recaps. I seen this 20 minutes ago. You don't got to tell me again. Nobody is sneaking into wrestling 20, 30 minutes into the show. Either they was watching already, or they coming in an hour, or they coming in after 2 hours, or even if they wasn't, they don't need a recap. They skipped that shit for a reason. So I don't need 6 recaps on Raw. Plus recaps from whatever happened the week before. All of those, that's a big problem personally to me. And then when you watch it on Hulu, the parts they're cutting back, they're not cutting the recaps out, they're cutting promos out. So that don't help it none. So I think 3 hours is a big problem.
All right, so we're gonna end it here because I know y'all come for the quick joints, the quick bites. You know what I mean? So, but before I go, I'm gonna let y'all know sometime this week, maybe Wednesday, Thursday, I don't know if Ken's gonna be available for this, but I know I will be unveiling our very own Wrestling Behind the Curtain 6-pound heavyweight championship on the video.
I might have to be here for that. I might have to do that as like a pre-AEW or something.
It's gonna be the unboxing. I'm not even gonna take it out. I'm doing all of it live, not live, but filming wise. So you're gonna get the general reaction. So if they fucked it up, you're gonna see in my face. It ain't what it's supposed to be. But if it's what I envisioned it to be, that some of y'all appreciated, we'll do some pre-sales too. We'll sell the belt a little bit. You know what I mean? Get y'all some out there. You know what I mean? But sometime this week, Wednesday or Thursday, y'all look out. It's gonna be crazy because I got the notification that said it's on the way. So with that being said, y'all like, share, subscribe, join the Discord, get the merch, do all the good stuff. I don't know if Kenny's gonna get his own little catchphrase at the end, but for me, be yourself. We out.